Listen up, you financial dependents and future student loan serfs. Major mayhem here. And if you're tuning in, it means you're probably either A, hopelessly lost in the labyrinth of higher education, B, actively trying to avoid said labyrinth by watching a baby talk about it, or C, you're one of my investors, in which case dividends are pending. Relax, they're always pending. Today we're cutting through the intellectual fluff and the marketing jargon of what these so-called institutions call the college search. Search. As if it's some kind of treasure hunt for a participation trophy. Let me tell you, there's no search. There's strategic infiltration, there's target acquisition, and for Major Mayhem, there is only optimal ROI. My parents, bless their well-meaning, financially naive hearts, recently started muttering about future planning. Oh, Major Mayhem, they cooed. What kind of big boy are you going to be? Are you going to be a doctor? A lawyer? A professional napper? He rolls his eyes dramatically. Professional napper? Brenda, if you're listening, that's my trademarked extracurricular, remember? Hands off my IP. Anyway, I quickly deduced they were hinting at college. The great fiscal black hole. The 4-year commitment to ramen noodles and existential dread. And let me tell you, my internal algorithms immediately began screaming red alerts. My financial models were overheating faster than a toddler after a juice box. So, I initiated Project Collegiate Commando. Phase 1, reconnaissance of the campus landscape. My parents, in their infinite wisdom, suggested visiting campuses. Visiting, as in physically going there. Do they not understand the concept of a virtual tour? The carbon footprint alone is a nightmare for my ESG portfolio. Plus, the sheer inefficiency. I can analyze campus security camera footage for optimal escape routes and snack bar locations faster than they can pack a diaper bag. But fine. Experiential learning, they called it. My first target, a venerable institution, let's call it Ivy League Inc. Their brochure had pictures of manicured lawns and students looking suspiciously happy, as if they hadn't just pulled an all-nighter fueled by artisanal coffee. My first impression, overpriced daycare. Seriously, their learning commons looked suspiciously like a ball pit with Wi-Fi. My primary objective during these visits was not to ascertain the intellectual rigor of their philosophy department, although I did confirm they still use papyrus scrolls in some lectures, which is a major red flag for innovation. No, my objective was to assess the critical infrastructure. Firstly, nappability quotient. This is paramount. Can I achieve optimal REM cycles in their library? Is the ambient noise conducive to power napping? Is there adequate lumbar support on their ergonomic study chairs, or are they just glorified park benches? I found one library couch that had a perfect sunbeam for napping. I immediately flagged it for future acquisition. This is strategic asset management, people. Secondly, snack accessibility. Are the vending machines stocked with premium organic brain fuel, or is it just processed sugar and questionable crisps? Is there a sustainable supply chain for my preferred, sustainably harvested teething rusks? One campus had a cafe that closed at 8 p.m. 8 p.m.? What kind of dystopian nightmare is this? Do they not understand the 24/7 demands of a budding academic? My internal clock runs on a 26-hour cycle, thank you very much. Thirdly, and perhaps most critically, diaper disposal logistics. Is there a discreet, efficient, and odor-controlled system in place? Because let me tell you, Brenda, you do not want a policy disagreement with my digestive system in a crowded lecture hall. The fallout could be globally impactful. One school had only those tiny, flimsy garbage cans. Clearly, they haven't run the numbers on average daily output for a student body fueled by dorm food. Amateurs? So, Ivy League Inc., not a fit. Too much focus on tradition and not enough on traction. Plus, their mascot was a squirrel. A squirrel! My corporate rival, Squeaky McNuts, has cornered the market on arboreal rodents. I cannot align my brand with such a chaotic, unpredictable creature. My next target was a shiny, modern facility. Let's call it Tech Titans University. All glass, steel, and suspiciously quiet drones delivering, what exactly? Probably more avocado toast. Their pitch was all about innovation and disruption. Sounds great, right? Like my last hostile takeover of the playpen. But then I saw their makerspace, full of 3D printers and laser cutters. My immediate thought, resource allocation nightmare. All that specialized equipment, and what's the utilization rate? Are they making groundbreaking medical devices or just custom printed phone cases for frat parties? My gut, which is a very reliable indicator of fiscal health, told me it was the latter. Plus, the Wi-Fi in the common areas had a slight lag. A lag, people, in a tech university. Unacceptable. My streaming demands for Peppa Pig stock market analysis are non-negotiable. And don't even get me started on their student wellness center. They had beanbag chairs. Beanbag chairs. Do you know what those do to a baby's posture? It's a chiropractic nightmare waiting to happen. My physiotherapist, a very stern teddy bear named Dr. Fluffernutter, would have a fit. Clearly, they haven't factored in the long-term health costs associated with poor seating ergonomics. Short-sighted, very short-sighted. So Major Mayhem's conclusion on finding the right school. It's not about the glossy brochures. It's not about the alumni network, unless that network includes direct access to a venture capitalist who appreciates a solid business plan involving diversified baby food distribution. It's about infrastructure that supports optimal performance and personal well-being. A comfortable napping spot, readily available high-quality snacks, and robust waste management. These are the pillars of academic success, people. Mark my words. Now, let's pivot, the fun part, or as I like to call it, the great financial aid heist. My parents, bless their hearts again, pulled out these forms. FAFSA, CSS profile. They looked like tax returns after a particularly aggressive audit. I asked them, why are we giving them so much personal financial data? Are we trying to get a loan or launch a hostile takeover of the US Treasury? They just blinked at me. Such simple creatures. My initial strategy for FAFSA was to declare all my assets as toys. A controlling interest in the mobile above my crib? Clearly a toy. My collection of rare vintage pacifiers? Sentimental value only. My diversified stock portfolio of baby food companies? Just a very elaborate snack stash. I even tried to claim my playpen as a home office deduction. My parents disagreed. Apparently, the IRS has different definitions of home office than a 10-month-old financial prodigy. The problem, as I see it, is that these financial aid applications are not designed for true innovators. They're designed for the masses. They don't understand the concept of intangible assets. My inherent cuteness? That's worth millions in marketing potential. My ability to negotiate a faster diaper change using only a well-placed gurgle? That's leverage, people. But no, the forms just want numbers. Boring, unimaginative numbers. My current scholarship strategy is multi-pronged. First, the too adorable to deny scholarship. This is pure, unadulterated charm offensive. I've already sent out headshots. Professionally lit, of course, with a slight, knowing smirk. I also put together a sizzle reel of my most impactful viral videos. Major Mayhem's Meltdown, a study in emotional leverage, the art of the strategic spit-up, and my personal favorite, monetizing the nap, a case study. I'm confident my K-factor is off the charts. Second, I'm exploring niche opportunities. I found one for children of undiagnosed geniuses. I think I qualify. There's also a future philanthropist grant. My plan, invest in my own education, become absurdly wealthy, then donate a fraction of my earnings back to some obscure foundation, thus fulfilling the philanthropist requirement. It's a long-term play, but it's solid. And finally, the old-fashioned way, bribery. Not monetary bribery, Brenda, get your mind out of the gutter. I'm talking about incentive-based performance optimization. My parents, for every A I get on my developmental milestones report, are contractually obligated to provide me with one extra serving of my preferred organic fruit puree. If I hit a perfect score on my object permanence test, we're talking a full mashed banana. See? Motivation, it's all about the delicious, delicious incentives. The challenges, as I see them, are not intellectual. They are purely logistical and bureaucratic. These institutions and their payment structures are designed for humans who think in linear time. I, Major Mayhem, operate in quantum leaps of logic. They ask for transcripts. I offer viral analytics. They ask for essays. I provide a pitch deck for my next hostile takeover. It's a clash of cultures, people. But I am not deterred. The quest for the optimal educational platform, one that aligns with my personal brand and my long-term financial goals, continues. This is not just about getting into a college. This is about securing my future as the most financially dominant infant in the Western Hemisphere, and perhaps eventually the world. So, stay tuned, my little droolers and future debt holders. My journey through the collegiate landscape is just beginning. There will be tantrums, there will be strategic naps, and there will undoubtedly be more policy disagreements with the formula. But rest assured, Major Mayhem will emerge victorious, because failure, my friends, is simply not an option, especially when there are snacks involved.